Have you ever watched a grown man scream "wild boar" at a pig in a bow tie? Two deputies have, and I don't think they've stopped laughing since. It happened at the Saturday market, right as Gerald came marching over like he'd finally caught the criminal he'd been hunting his whole life. He was pointing at Meatball and shouting about a feral hog loose among children, while Meatball, my 90-pound pot-bellied pig, was flat on his side, letting a 4-year-old brush his belly with a plastic rake. I already knew how this would go. Meatball was about to prove one more time that he's roughly as dangerous as a beanbag chair. For context, Meatball is not a normal pig. He's a barrel of gray velvet who believes walking more than 20 feet is a violation of his rights. I got him from a farm rescue after his previous owners realized teacup pig was a lie, and he'd grown into a coffee table. The intake note said, unmotivated, food-oriented, gentle to a fault. To me, that read like the perfect roommate. He became a market legend fast. Kids lined up to feed him blueberries. Teenagers filmed him for their pages. The old men who sold honey saved him their bruised apples. He was basically the market's mascot, minus a paycheck. But one man was immune to him, Gerald. Gerald ran a neighborhood watch group nobody had asked for, and every Saturday he'd pass our stand and mutter livestock hazard like it was my legal name. That morning started normal. Meatball trotted to his shady spot by the flower stall, grunted twice, and retired for the day. I sat beside him selling my jam, peaceful, until Gerald appeared, practically vibrating with purpose. That animal is a danger to this entire market, he announced. Where is its enclosure? I nodded at Meatball, who was snoring gently into a toddler's sandal. Sir, the only thing he's endangering is that kid's shoe. His eyes went thin. He charged me last week. You mean when he walked toward the churro cart? He wasn't charging you, Gerald. You were just standing between him and fried dough. He pulled out his phone like a man drawing a weapon. Yes, 911. There's an aggressive farm animal attacking people at the market. Hurry. Meanwhile, Meatball rolled halfway over so a different child could reach his ear. I offered to just pack up and leave. Gerald blocked the aisle. You're not going anywhere. Let the law handle this. When the sheriff's SUV rolled up, Gerald straightened like he'd won an award. Two deputies stepped out, hands near their belts, scanning for the threat. Gerald rushed them before they could speak. Officers, thank God. That beast lunged at me. I feared for my life. The younger deputy looked down. Meatball was waddling toward him at the speed of a slow leak, tail curled, tongue out, and flopped directly onto the deputy's boot with a satisfied grunt. This the attacker? The deputy asked. That's him, I said. Careful. He's lethal if you're holding a grape. The older deputy tilted his head. Sir, this pig is asleep on my partner's foot, Gerald gasped. That's the trick. He acts sweet to lower your guard. You're right, I said. Watch. Meatball. Attack. Meatball opened one eye, sighed, and rolled onto his back for belly rubs, all 4 little hooves waving at the sky. The younger deputy lost it. Terrifying. Somebody call for backup. Don't laugh, Gerald shrieked. Let me show you his record, I said, flipping through my phone. Meatball in a tiny raincoat. Meatball in a birthday hat, asleep in the cake. Meatball in reindeer antlers being pulled through the yard in a wagon by 3 giggling kids. I finished on the video of him squealing with joy over a single strawberry. The deputies were wheezing. Yeah, the younger one managed. Nothing says public menace like a birthday hat. Gerald stamped his foot. You'll see when he finally snaps. The older deputy's smile dropped. Sir, filing a false emergency is a crime. You told dispatch someone was being attacked. What I see is a napping pig in a birthday party. I pay taxes, Gerald sputtered. I demand protection. The younger deputy grinned. He pays taxes too. He nodded at me. Difference is, he's not wasting ours, Gerald flailed. You're all in on this. This is a conspiracy. The older deputy leaned in, voice flat now. Call us with another fake emergency and you'll be the one leaving in cuffs. Understood? Gerald mumbled something about a lawyer and marched off, his sandals slapping the pavement like tiny angry applause. World's worst guard animal, I told the deputies, scratching Meatball's ear. A burglar breaks in. He'd lead them straight to the fridge. They laughed the whole way back to the SUV. Meatball, blissfully unaware he was now the market's most wanted, yawned, grunted, and went back to sleep. Good work, buddy, I whispered. You beat him with a nap.